Hello and a very good evening to you. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. This is the Friday Spiritual Show. A big warm welcome to you. Hope you guys have had a wonderful day. Is there something that happened to you this week that may have been amazing? Something you learned? Something that was incredible? Well, we'll see with all your stories as we come to the show. And also tonight I've got a wonderful guest, Monique Dufour. And you're thinking here, okay, is this a French lady? Perhaps. Well, you have to wait to see. In the meantime, let's do a little bit of this. Well, guys, here we are. It's Friday. We're near the end of January already. And where's the month gone? It's almost disappeared. And just to let you know, tonight, guys, we've got a very interesting show lined up for you indeed. With a very special guest. As I say, her name is Monique Dufour, as you can see down here. And it's about artistry. It's about spiritualism. It's about all the wonderful things we all love. Okay, right. Okay, so here's what we're going to look at tonight. So tonight, guys, if you'd like a mini reading, we need from you guys, we need a question, we need a color, and that's all we need. Yes, favorite color, and a question, one color, one question. That'd be absolutely great. I know some of you have written in earlier here because you want to put questions anyway. So absolutely fabulous. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. I'm just waiting for the comments to come up here. Can some of you start writing hello? Because for some reason my comments here have gone on a bit quiet. I don't know why, but there we go. Soon come up. Right. Okay. So anything special about today? Well, yes, there is. I mean, today we're coming towards the end of the month. And there's two energy numbers which are quite strong. The number 8 in numerology, and also the number 11. And we'll be working with these as we go through the show to help you guys connect and come out with all the different things that we're going to find throughout the show, as you'll probably find. But in the meantime, though, let's get on and invite my very special guest. I'll go and find out where she is. I'll go and ring the doorbell, and I'm going to have actually rather wait, see if she's going to ring the doorbell. That's going to be good. Deb Harris says hello. Carleen Bland. That's lovely to see you lovely people come in. And there's the doorbell. There's what? Hello. I'm going to go and answer the door. And Monique, a very good evening to you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Phil. Nice to be on the show, and hi to Deborah as well. This is very exciting.
Oh, thank you very much. She'll like that. She's downstairs producing the show, and she'll be running backwards and forwards. In fact, I think that's happening already. Yep, there she goes. She's already taking some of your comments there. She's off. Okay, Monique. Now, your name sounds very French.
It
is, but you've got that other voice to you, that other accent, which says, this is not French.
I don't have an accent.
You do have an accent. It sounds a little bit Canadian. Just a little bit. So where are you from? Whereabouts are you from?
From Canada, from Quebec, from Montreal.
Quebec. So there's French Quebec, isn't there? French Quebec. Yes.
Yes, mostly French.
Mostly French, yes. Now, do they talk exactly the same French as they do in France?
No, they don't.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's like, well, it's no different than somebody who speaks English from Texas and somebody who speaks English from England. Same words, same spelling, just a different. My friend Carlene's saying hi. She's from
hello,
Canada.
Carlene. Very nice to see you. So is Debs Harris. So is Helen Grady. She wants to say a big hello. Karen Holistic says hello, good evening. Hope all well. Yes, we're very well, thank you. Midia with that lovely name. I mean, if I was Cypriot or Greek, I would understand that. Oh, yes, it's a common name, but I'm not. Anyway, right, there we go. Okay, and also here, yes, she says hi, Monique. We got Deb says hi, Deborah Griggs. That's very nice indeed. Cheryl says good evening, and lovely, lovely good evening to you too. And crikey, everybody's going hello, 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 hello. We also got Elise Taylor Bradford Taylor on tonight, and that's a long, long, long Alice Louise Bedford Taylor. I'm sure you could add a few more names on the end of that as well if you wanted to, if you really wanted to. Yes, that'd be fun. And sorry, I'll say hello. Great. Okay. Right. That's all. That's all the name checks done. Yes, all present and correct. Yes, you're all here. Well done. Okay. So, Quebec, France, and tell us a little bit about your work.
Okay. I didn't start painting till 2013. I was like, I don't know, 57 or something at the time. I
Okay.
went to the south of France, and I was in a small village where Marc Chagall has died, and Winston Churchill had painted there, and I don't know. I came home, and my daughter is an artist, and she had all her stuff laying out, and I just started to paint, and I never looked back.
Yes. Okay.
Um, so I didn't know where it was coming from. So this was in 2013, and I started painting. I didn't look at paintings. I didn't look at other artists. I just did, and
Okay.
it was
Wow.
pretty incredible what came out. I mean, we're not going to talk about composition and structure and all that stuff, right? But it was the emotions that went into the emotions that went into the paintings, and then in 2015, I believe it was, my employer, my very toxic employer, fired me.
Well,
Well, they
that.
actually they bought me out, and I was supposed to be very upset. And I went, "Thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God."
Oh, that's lovely
Uh,
when that happens.
and now I'm going to paint full time, and this is what happened. Now so I was starting to paint full time. I was selling my paintings, but I didn't know where this was coming from. Okay, when
Right.
I start to paint, what I can tell you is I build my stretchers, my canvas, and I prime and I gesso, and that's all part of the getting in the zone for me. And then colors come to mind.
Okay.
That's it, colors. So I mix my colors and then put on my music, and then I just start to paint. And I can paint for hours and hours and hours and hours, and then I'm exhausted. I'm just drained emotionally. Then
Okay.
I look at the painting and I go, okay, who did this? Because it's not me. Um, it's just not me. I can't remember how it was done. I can't remember which brush strokes came first, which color came first. And then almost instantaneously, I will get a title for it.
Okay.
Um, almost, I'd say 95% of the time, the title just comes. Other times, the other 5%, I can struggle for weeks until the title comes to me. But I never start a painting with
Okay.
a planned outcome,
Okay.
ever, ever, ever. All I know is I'm painting with colors and with energy.
So this is such a different art because a lot of painters that I've known or see, they go out, like for instance, they sit on a bridge in some beautiful city like Budapest or something like that. I forget the name of the bridge. I think something St George's Bridge or something like that. And they sit on there and they go and draw the outline of the city and they'll put their curve to it. But by the sounds of it, you don't do it that way. This is something you just take from you. Would I be right saying you channel this?
Yes. And I was fortunate enough to connect with somebody called Ann Elbers, who channels with the angels. And she explained to me that I was indeed a channeler.
Yeah.
And according to the angels, I had decided a long time ago that in the past I've been a priestess, I've been a healer, I've been all that stuff, but I wanted to come back in a healing way that would not scare people off.
Okay.
That would it would be an easy kind of transition into healing for them. Um, and and that's what I do, and that's what I do. And what I realized is I would paint something, and then I'd invite my friends over. Yes, Anne Bev, I see you're there, and she was a big one for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. She
and I'd
says,
say,
no, it's so nice to hear your voice.
and
Yes.
I'd say, what are we looking at here? You know, what do we see? And people, of course, have to have an open mind, but a lot of spiritually minded people do. You know, they don't have blockages and say, well, that's not a box. It's, you know. So anyway, so we would mull through the painting, rotating it. Rotating it's a big thing, even the one behind me. I paint it a certain way and then I rotate it and I go, wow, that looks interesting that way. And I can usually rotate it in all four directions and it becomes a brand new painting each time. Maybe in a minute I'll rotate this one just to show you and show the viewers what can
Yes.
come out of a painting. And then the people started buying my paintings. First, it was my friends, and some of them would take an immediate liking to a painting. They'd say, "That's mine."
Yeah.
Why?
That's brilliant.
Well,
That's
because
a great way
I
to
don't know.
sell. That's mine.
It talks to me. It's there's something I can see something beyond that. I can see, and to this day, these people that have these paintings either were able to they've all been healed in some way, either from going deep inside themselves with the help of the painting. Somehow the paintings seem to bring up feelings, bring
Hmm.
up images for them that they go like the light bulb goes on. And
Yes.
it's
Yes.
okay, now I get it. You know, this is for me. And to this day, the people who have my paintings still say that. You know, I have, she's not here, unfortunately, but
You may come on here
this
a
one
little
lady
while.
has three of my paintings, and the one that she bought was a little bit expensive. And I said to her, because she was my friend, you know, this one's pretty expensive. It won a prize, this and that. Here's this one that's similar, or here's this one that's similar. And she said, nope,
Nope.
this is the one that talks
Nope.
to me. And she bought it, and it's in her bedroom. And um, she says that every time she walks into her room, she feels this peace just take over her,
We
just
can
entirely take over her.
we can
Uh,
feel it now.
you know, and here's the other thing. You know, Tesla said it, and I don't have the exact words here, and Einstein, you know, proved it. Everything has energy.
Yes.
Everything has a
Yes.
vibration.
Yes.
And I strongly believe now, I know now that I leave the energy in the painting. So when somebody gets one of my paintings, they're not just getting a pretty picture. They're getting the energy that goes with it. And sometimes I paint. Most of the time, you know, 95% of the time, I don't know who I'm painting for, but I know I'm painting for somebody.
Okay.
Um, and then um, I lost my train of thought here.
That's right. What I was going to
Right,
say is,
right. Okay. So yeah, so I'm painting for somebody. And I know that when that person, it's going to find its way home. It's going to find it. And the people, they just know that it's their painting, um, with the energies in it, with the pretty picture, with the healing. And I always say, you know, in my listings, and I have each listing that I put up for sale, I have my website and I sell, you know, through a gallery and stuff, and I have a book. Each painting has its story written down
okay.
beside each painting, because it's not just, well, here's a canvas 48 by 48, ready to hang. You know, it's not. There's a story behind the painting that comes to me. And then, of course, I always say it's abstract art. It's open to interpretation. So what I felt from this painting or what I see, you may interpret it entirely differently. And that's okay. Because if this is your painting, you will know what it represents for you.
Now that's a big point. I agree with that. I think what the artist paints is what they see of it, and what someone else takes of it is something else. I think, yeah, I think that's a blinding bit of observation there, people. Deanne Freeze from New York. She says here, this is very exciting, Monique. I paint a little bit and wish I could channel a little more talent.
Well,
There's nobody
let
got
me say
budding
something
artists
about
here.
this.
Yeah.
Apparently, in another life, I was uh, mentored by Toulouse-Lautrec, which is
Okay.
amazing. Okay. And apparently, I used to go to the chapel every day and pray for talent because
Okay.
I was a mediocre painter.
Okay. A mediocre painter. No.
I
Okay.
had promise, he said. I had promise, but
Of
I
course,
prayed
of
for
course.
talent. Today, the talent doesn't matter. I paint because I paint, and I almost always create something beautiful without knowing that I'm doing it. It just creates itself.
Okay. I think we need to see a piece of art, don't we? I think we need to see a bit, and let's bring up something. Let's bring up something on the screen here. So I think one of the first bits we're going to take on here is a piece called Beyond.
Beyond.
Beyond. Okay, so let's go and bring up Beyond. Oh, okay. Let's go and have a look at this
Okay.
now. Okay, what? Oops, I made it a bit smaller, so we're not cutting ourselves out there. There we go. Let's make that a bit there. Okay, so this bit here tells me that if I look up close to this, I miss the picture. If I look at this from a distance, I see things. I see things in it. Yes, I can see a hidden thing going on. It's almost like it's moving.
Yeah, and that's what I love about my my paintings.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so this one, painting is a solitary sport. You don't,
I love the fact you call it a sport. I never
you
thought
know,
of it.
it's a solitary occupation, whatever.
Yeah.
And so by this time, I knew I was channeling, and I didn't always know who I was channeling from. And yes, there is a face, there's a body.
Yes.
So I have a brother who died very, very tragically when he was 22 years old. That was like some 30 years ago. And on occasion, I dream about him.
Okay.
And when I do, we talk. So in this particular, I haven't talked to him in a long time, and on this particular day, he said to me, talking about my painting, he was criticizing my painting. And I said, you know why? You think you're so good, you go ahead and paint. So I got out of bed, I was having a nap, and I had already selected my colors that day, which were blues and some browns and stuff. And I started to paint with totally in a different world. And he was painting, and I knew he was painting, and I was just going along for the ride. And when I finished the painting, I looked back, as I always do, and go, I did this.
Mm-hmm.
And what came was Beyond. That was the name that came to me. And to me, it represented that there's always going to be something beyond. That's the future.
Mm.
That it's not the present, it's not the past, it's beyond. And I felt that this spirit that I kind of see in the painting was a beautiful spirit saying there's no fear for the beyond. Now I sold that painting within days.
Now this is so interesting because a medium who's just or sometimes comes on the show, Helen Grady, she said a being surrounded by energy. And that's so interesting what you're saying. She got exactly your explanation there. We've got
Good.
I see a winner of a race. I see a face. Um, Debs Harris says, I'm very artistic and keep it to myself. Why would you want to keep such a gift to yourself? And Katrina Maria says the winner is a male. Okay, so maybe someone winning a race. And Helen Grady says that she can draw the curtains. I'm on the same level as Helen. So we either got gifts or not. Yes, but it's interesting. But she also said here that they're being surrounded by energies. That's lovely.
So yeah, so that's what I do, and it's wonderful that everything I paint is a surprise to me.
Well, that looks beautiful because it's when I look back and look at that, I go, "Wow!" It's like it's moving, like it's going to do something. Like I could almost catch it out of the corner of my eye. Like, did something move then? Did something happen? Yeah, I like that. It's very nice. What I like about you is your art is not your art. You think you're going to see pictures of castles or flowers or things like this, and it's not. It's a completely different. But I think, as we were saying earlier, this is a healing art. Here, rather than a Renaissance art or whatever you want to call it. Yes. Okay. Media says, I feel a spirit surrounded by Michael energy. Whoa. Very nice indeed. So isn't that nice?
Archangel Michael works a lot with me as well.
Well, there you go. So aren't we got some wonderful talented people here coming in and clicking in with the energy of that painting. Good. We have to find out actually how people can, if they just type in your name, Monique Dufour artist, they'll probably find you on Facebook, wouldn't they?
On Facebook, they'll find me on different. They'll find my website, which I've posted earlier because it's got really cool stories. I can post it again at the end of the show.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they'll find me.
Good, brilliant. And for doing a picture like this, how long did it take you to do it? Sorry, painting. Sorry.
I got it done in a day.
Really? Blimey! But that looks like something that would have taken me donkeys, because the different energy running through it is like I see it, and probably I'm seeing it. People will probably say the same. Is that there's different layers to it. It looked like you had to do one day.
2 days. Maybe it was 2 days. But yes, I paint. I paint with layers. I do.
Yes. Yes, you can see it.
Always with layers. And sometimes I'll say it. I'll have a painting there, and I put it to the side. It's done. Then a couple of months later, I'll come back and say, you know what? This is only the background story. I need to paint something on top of it. And so you might buy a painting that has 2 or 3 background stories behind it.
It's really interesting. I think you're a very, very, very talented lady, and I think I could see where you feel, because it's like an abstract type of energy, and abstract is always very subconscious or sometimes spiritual. So brilliant. Right. So shall we go and have a look at another one?
Yeah, go ahead with Blue Tears.
Blue Tears. Let's go and find Blue Tears. Okay, right. Okay, let's just bring this in and just bring that down. There we go. Blue Tears. Okay. So this is interesting. Okay, already I can see something going on here. Yeah, and I can see almost 3D in this one. I'll let the others say as well. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about this too much.
Yeah, and I'm interested in what other people might see or feel. This is when I went to Italy in 2016 after losing my job. And I went to an artist residency.
I love that. That's hysterical. After losing my job, most people go, I went down the dumps. No, I went to Italy. That is amazing.
I went to Italy for 3 months.
If only you lose a job, guys, just go abroad. Yeah? Just go abroad. They'll sort it out. Yes, just follow Monique's path.
Just go. So I arrive in this. There are spirits moving through. So, okay, so I'm going to try and cut to the chase on this. I ended up in an artist residency in Tuscany, where the structure was 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so it had a lot of history. It was all stone. There was the wine place. There was a chapel. It was huge. And the studio was in where they made the wine. And obviously this place had been owned or managed or whatever by different kinds of monks or religious figures in the last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And when I arrived there, I couldn't paint. It was like my hands were tied. I couldn't paint. I would sit in that studio with all the stones. And then I actually got very, very ill. And I had a high fever. But in my dreams, it kept saying, let them out, let them out, let them out. So I went down to the studio, and it's a rather large painting, and I started painting. And I didn't know what was going to come out of it. And then as I was painting it, there was like 5 spirits, 5 nuns. And as the painting progressed over, the days and stuff, there was only 3 in the end that came out. And the feeling I got is that horrible, horrible things had happened there by the hands of priests. And it was such hypocrisy, with the Catholic religion. And,
yes.
I'm Catholic, just not practicing. And I was very, very upset about it. but I felt it was a story that needed to be told. These nuns needed to come out because they'd contained the truth for so long and held it back,
Oh my
that
goodness.
they needed to be set free from, I can still see the stones, the walls, and they wanted to be set free. And then I continued painting other things that had kind of religious artifacts in it, which was very, very strange. So I called my good friend Ann Albers in Arizona, and I said, Ann, I'm here in Tuscany. And I said, and before I could say a word, she said, you've released them, Monique. You've released them. They've held it back for so long, and the hypocrisy and this and that. And I said, well, there's another part to my story. I had a good friend. I wanted to know who these three spirits were. It turns out one of them was me.
Yeah.
Another one was a good friend that I have in Australia, and the third one was a friend. And what happened the day I finished the painting is that she called me up from Canada. Her marriage was falling apart. She'd had a car accident. All kinds of bad stuff were going on. And I told her about this painting, and I told her I would send her an image of it, which I did. And then she called me back, and she's just crying. And she said, yeah, Monique, that was me. That was me. And then she remembered that a very famous psychic in Arizona, some 20 years earlier, had told her that that she once was a nun, and she would meet her fellow nun in this lifetime, and they would resolve the business they had to resolve. So
Yeah.
that's the story behind this one.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Do you know what? That is absolutely lovely. And I think the story behind it absolutely brings such a meaning to the painter that you've described there. And I think in it is its blessing itself of how that can be so important, so healing. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is so nice. So I think that's a very special. I think to understand that, and I think, yes, as someone's saying here, we've got Debs here saying, wow, an amazing story. It is. And I think you've brought you brought the story you brought the picture to life by the story it's told as much as you can see what's going on in the picture. So I think that's wow, that's very moving. That is extremely moving, very healing, very, very healing. I understand what you're saying now. I think you've got a gift upon gifts. So hopefully there, Debs Harris, you are going to get artistically going and follow paths that other people are on here, and don't be so hidden, because maybe in years to come you'll look back thinking, yeah, I wish I'd done something. I wish I'd done it, brought it out to life. Yeah. Yes, 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 and yeah, I think that's amazing. That's amazing, and it's interesting because art is we always think it's got to be about a picture of something, as we say here. That you say go to the countryside, it's trees or something like this, or the sea. But that is just the story, the feeling, the depth in that is it's not. It's a subconscious art. I would describe that because it goes straight into subconscious to get the feeling out about what it really means. That's
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
That's my
like
interpretation.
it's infused in me from the universe. It's
Yes.
like fiber optics that just go through my hands, and then I create, and I just go with it. I don't fight it. I don't. It just happens, and it's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. But like I say, when I'm done a painting, I'm flat on the ground. I am exhausted emotionally.
Yes, I can imagine because well, that's a true energy. Then working in that energy, that it just works through you that way. Yes, 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 yes. You're right, Des Harris. Amazing story. Okay, great. This is a very nice show. Very nice show to get you guys ready for the weekend. Also, what we're looking at here is we are there's two numbers, two numerological numbers which are working today. We're on the 29th today, 29th of January, the 2 and 9, 11. 11 being the healer. It's interesting we're doing about healing art. So what is there today that you need to heal? What is there today that you could find healing within yourself or healing with people? What is there that you could do that creates some inner peace within yourself, perhaps? Not just this day, but even just thinking now and ahead. And the other part of this here is that the 29th of January 2021 adds up to the power of 8. So it's healing with a power behind it, a power. And the Chinese often saw this as a sign of, as a very magical energy here. So the two together is very strong. So, and we're in a very challenging time. I know on Astrology Show on Wednesday we talk about this a little bit more about the particular time period we're in. That sometimes we're stuck, and yet art like this moves us in so many directions. So many directions. It gives us clues, it gives us energies, it gives us the creativity, I think, to look forwards and just see that it's not just what you see the reality at the minute. There's sometimes this gives maybe a definition of a different reality, more realities. I'm chatting on here because I think this is quite moving. So there you go. I'll shut up now. Okay, so and so you've been painting since you say 2015, do you say?
2013.
2013. But, and where did you used to draw like normal artistic stuff before?
I can't draw a stick figure.
You stick figure? Oh, like the matchstick men?
I can't draw.
Okay. No.
Sorry to disappoint you.
No. Actually, we're gonna have a go at this. We're gonna have a go at this. Okay, because I've got an idea. Here. You don't draw as in drawing, but you draw in a different form. Have you ever drawn spirits or spirit guides?
They show up in my paintings.
Now, would you, for example, be able to draw like the energy of a spirit if it came through, like, for instance, like some shows, they do shows and the psychic is talking or a medium is talking, and then you get the psychic artist drawing the spirit, but they go around like auras, they go in colours and just show different patterns like that. Do you ever work like
that? No, I've never done that.
Okay, you're up for that though, aren't you?
Not today.
Not today. I know today. I know because I've just thrown this at you, but we're going to do this on another day, aren't we?
No, another time, because I could certainly do it if my paints were set up and I could, just go at it.
That's exactly what I thought. I didn't mean it for today. I just thought it was quite funny, actually.
Right, and I could certainly,
fun.
Work with that. I could probably pick up somebody's energy who's on the show when I do that.
Let's give this a go. Yes. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Ellen says next week.
Yeah. Next week. Yeah, because that's when Helen's on. Helen's on next week, so we do that then. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Right. Debs Harris says, "Love your confidence. Love your confidence. It's so nice. It's beautiful. Lovely. Okay, right. Now, we're going to go and do a little bit of this. And then in a short while, we're going to come back and do some mini readings. We've already got some of them in the energy stuff here. We'll see in the trail stuff here. We've already got some of your readings that you wish to have done. And also people written in before. So we're going to do a little bit of this and back in a mo. Okay, very good evening to you guys out there. If you've never been on the show before, I'm Phil Griggs. I work as a spiritual medium. I also work as the presenter of Cafe Clairvoyance, and I also work in hypnosis and psychotherapy. This is a show for spiritually minded people to jump on and share their views spiritually, where other times you try to talk about this stuff in normal mainstream social life and people go, huh? But here we can talk about this stuff. We can be open about it. And we can share experiences and we can talk about feelings, hearts, spirits, clairvoyant stuff, mediumship stuff, everything. So we do this twice a week with odd pop-up shows on a Tuesday. For example, here, the next show coming up on Wednesday is a spiritual astrology show. Starts at 11 a.m. EU, 10 a.m. UK. The producer of the show is my wonderful wife, Deborah. And my wonderful guest today is the wonderful, lovely Monique Dufour. Good evening. Sorry. Okay. Right now, we had two requests here for people written before actually, and the first one I'm going to go to is Karen. Karen wrote in and she wanted to say she's got a little bit. We're going to do our best here, but we can't magic stuff. Well, I know you know this. I know you know this, but we'll just do our best. So this is Karen. Yes, here we go. Karen here. She said, "Good evening. I hope you're well." And her question was here: will her cat ever come back? Hope you are well. Who are well? Sorry, yeah. Will a cat ever come back? Now, it's interesting here. It's interesting. These are quite unusual times that we are in, and I feel it, and I love the color yellow that you got here, because that's always a very lively, optimistic, important color, I think, for this. And I feel there is a gentleman who actually wants to come in through around you. And he's what to say here. He's on and this is a chap here who had thinny hair here, bald on top, quite a biggish guy, the way he's talking to me. And his energy around him here is just wanting to say that he's optimistic for you. He's very optimistic for you. His energy is like very pleasing. I don't pick up you've got huge disappointment coming up. I think it's the other way. And I think here there's I think in a funny way here. I think that this is someone. This is your cat's going to be found. That's what I pick up here. Yes, I know the gentleman. Thank you. Yes, and he's telling me here. He says, "I think your cat's going to be found." That's what I'd say. Now, Monique, as I run up to you, would you like to choose a card, any card for Karen there, and whatever you feel would be coming in there. And unfortunately, when we do it on the camera here, it goes back to front. So oh no, it doesn't. God, now, isn't that amazing? Wow. Now I'm pick up here, it's going to be found. And there's a guardian, your card here is the guardian angel. Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah. So what happened is when you started talking, I started shuffling the deck. And I did see this one on the top, and I kept shuffling again, and it came out again.
Well, that's meant to be, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, as the guardian angel, it means that you're protected. You're protected. They're there with you. Not sure how it's going to relate to your cat, but the angels are saying, we have your back. We love you. And they're also saying, if you get an idea about something, it's not just your imagination. Follow through.
Okay.
Okay. And to ask for their help. They're there to help you. Just ask them.
It's interesting actually. What I pick up here, is I think that Karen, my suggestion here is, because I get the feeling, I know what you're saying, to get you back, and I like what you said. If you get an idea to go and do something, have you had the idea to go around to the vet places, the animal rescue places, and go around there? Because I get the feeling your cat's going to be found. It may get dropped off there because I don't know where else for it to go, unless of course it's got a bell on it with a number on it, and an email address, WhatsApp. Sorry, I'm amusing this, but no, I just pick up here that light-hearted is to lift the energy a little bit. I get the feeling here that things could get found. How's that? Okay, so we do our best there. And but no, it's always sad when you lose a pet. When you lose a pet, whether it's a cat, dog, whatever. Oh my goodness. Yes, to lose a pet like that is a lot. Very much so. Right, I'm just going for the okay. I think I get the. I think I've got the next one here. Let's go straight down here, and we're going to a very nice lady called Carlene. What a lovely name! And she actually comes back here. She says, my question is, where am I head? Oh, I like this. I like this question. Right. She says, Marlene says, my question is, where am I heading in my art? Thank you. Right. Okay. Right. Now, Marlene, as I, well, what am I doing this for? Okay. I want to clap.
You're going to love this card. Okay.
You got a lovers.
This one now is celebration.
Oh, I thought you said the lovers. I thought there you are, Carlene. You'll be drawing nudes for the rest of the year. That could be good. We'll all be there watching them. Oh, they're nice. No, right, Carlene. Sorry, I must muse it. Carlene. Now I've got to clap. I've got to start clapping here. And it's interesting here because I was being brought to say this to you, because you've got loads and loads of positive vibes here coming through from the other side. And it's from people who are not necessarily old. In other words, some of you passed over who are quite young, but the energy here around you is very, very vibey. And I'm waiting for someone to just step forwards here and just tell me who they are and give me the information here. And then I'm going to give it to you, and then hopefully you understand. Now, would you understand here? I want to go up to your grandfather and one across here. So I want to go to an uncle who was a grandfather's brother, because this guy's stepping through. If I say to you here, he used to be a builder because he's got walls. He shows me walls. And also here, he wants to show me that he was a very casual, down-to-earth chap, but he had something creative about him because he's stepping through. But he used to do things, may well have been in cement or brickwork, that looked artistic. And he's stepping forward to you here, and he's interested because he's looking in your head. And he says here, why are you thinking so much? Just go and feel and just go and do. Stop thinking. That's his message to you. Stop living in your head. Go out and do, and you'll do fine. Where you're heading in your art is through where you're heading in your heart is through your heart. The art is in your heart, baby. But that's the message I get here. Now, what's your card there? What's the card you got there?
Okay, so the card here is celebration.
Come on now. This is why we're clapping.
Okay, now I see the questions from Carlene. I do know Carlene from Canada, and I miss her. She's an extremely, extremely talented artist. Okay, she's got everything an artist needs, and she is successful. But I agree with you, Phil, that she just thinks too much. And it's interesting that I pulled out the card that was celebration, because it says it's good news, it's cause for celebration, and it's time for you to enjoy the results of your labor.
Yeah.
Okay. So the angels are saying that it's a light-filled time in her life, and she's worked towards making changes, right? And her intentions have now manifested.
Yes.
And she just has to follow through, um, be grateful, hold on to this gratitude, and just keep painting from your heart. And I have seen her art improve so much, even in the last 30 days, I'm going to say, because she's very, very talented, and she works with children and people with disabilities, and she's got a heart this big. So Carlene, just keep doing what you're doing, and accept what comes to you.
You can tell by your thumbnail, you're a very nice lady. I can see your picture. You're a very nice lady indeed. Yes. It's interesting here as well. I understand there hasn't been I think the pennies may have been a little bit restrictive, and I'm seeing things that need sort of, I suggest sort of like replacing, like you're looking at sinks or bath or loos or things like this, thinking that needs changing. All in good time. Here's an interesting fact, guys. This is a seriously true, interesting fact. Most millionaires in life, or billionaires, originated from a time of hardship.
Mm-hmm.
What period of time are we in now? Hardship. Yeah. There you go. Set your journey. And it's interesting here because the years in front of us are going to turn more into the feminine energy. What category does art fit into? Femininity. Brilliant. There we go. Happy? Let's go and move on a little bit. Let's go and see a gentleman called. Let's go and find a very nice gentleman up there in the north of England. He's it'd be killing me. It's this accent. Anyway, let's go and have a chat. Let's go and have a chat with a chap called Kevin, and he's gone the colour blue. General reading, please. And okay, right. Colleen says, thank you so much. Love you, Monique. Thank you so much, Phil. You are so welcome. Love to you on the show. By the way, guys, down your bottom right of the corner there, see the bottom right of your screen, no matter if you're on YouTube or whether you're coming through on Facebook, it says the lovely word share. Please press that button. If you press that button, it will share out to more people. More people will start to engage. The show gets bigger. And why we ask you to do this? Because this show is free. What more can we ask? So press the share. Good. That's it. That's all we have to do. See it? It's all the work done for the day. Okay, just press the bloody share button. Right, Kevin Blue, general reading, please. Okay, Kevin. Deb said to Shed earlier, she is amazing. Well done. Thank you very much, Deb. Okay, Blue, general reading. Now, as I'm talking here, I've got a gentleman here who wants to come through, and it's like I hear the words all shirt and no trousers. And that goes back to almost the Second World War when I hear that, all shirt and no trousers. And I'm hearing here is quite funny as well. Yeah, Jenny, got your message there. Thank you. Come back to you in a while. And what I'm hearing here as I look at this, very interesting, is this guy here is saying that whatever you're doing, you're restarting things again from scratch. When I say restarting, it's something you're about to begin. A inner journey of change which you're going through over the next few years in front of you. But he's saying to me here, you're starting something new, and I think it's going to be quite an interesting time. Would you understand here that you've got to declog your mind from things you need to go and do and put them in like a list and just do them whenever you want to or when it's need to? Because I pick up here, that's going to be the important part to you. Then you're going to find this will be fine. That will be a strong thing for you. And I pick up then you're on a good path. But they're saying to me here, this chap here is saying to me here, he says here that, let's say, I almost want to say Bill, but I'm not sure. It could be, I've got to say the other name, which is William. And they're saying to me here, don't worry about things at the moment. Don't think, oh God, I've got so much to do, so it's too much in your head. Just list the things and do them in bit by bit. And he's saying to me here, the way to repair is through healing, and healing takes time. Yes. Go for it. What you picked up there?
Okay, this was interesting. And they're just popping out tonight. So this one is called Focus.
Focus. Okay.
Focus. And it's kind of along the same lines of what you're talking about. And the angels are saying with this card, think about what you want, not what you don't want. Okay, that's the first thing.
Yes.
Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Right? So sometimes we think that our thoughts choose us, but it's wrong. We choose our thoughts. We can control that. And they always have an effect. It's not going to be neutral. Yeah. Whatever you choose, whatever happens, is going to have to have an effect. So they're saying, this right now is the equivalent of you putting your hands on the steering wheel and driving.
Okay.
So go ahead with the changes. You're due for changes, and focus on what you want and not what you don't want.
Yes. I like that. He's also just given me 3 large coins, 3 very large coins. There's money coming, a lot of money coming. 3 large ones. He wants to say here, whatever the 3 represents, whether it's £3, £3, £300, £3,000, 3 million, you'll take this out for a curry. Anyway,
I'll take it.
Yeah, good. Nice curry. Good.
I can read again for a small fee.
Yeah. The show suddenly isn't free. Right. Anyway. Right. Okay. So hopefully that's helped you out there. That sums Kevin up all right. Okay. Good. Right. We're now going to go to a lady called Caitlin. She wrote in before the show started. She went job and life path. She says, I'm struggling with my work and finding my way to what I really want to do. And with my life, what to do in my life. Is there anything for me in that sense? Well, as I'm talking to you here, one of your spirit guides wants to work from the church. One of your spirit guides actually stepped forward rather than actually being a lady connected with your family line. And this is a very, very interesting lady because she's saying to me here, first of all, would you understand here at this present time is you've got to look at this from a higher place rather than a lower place, because your job is not about the job. The job is about people, isn't it? So it's about people that you've had difficulty with. And so this is a time and place here where you've got to think of why are these people in my life and what is it I've got to learn and what experience is it which is helping me, because this will be a process what's coming up. They're also showing me here too, which I think is also a big part of this, is I feel that your journey in front of you, but where your life path is going, it's going to be very deep rootedly brought up and shown to you here. And I think it is a little bit of time you're going. I know you've gone for colour black, and I love the colour black. I love it because it's power. It's a deep hidden power, and that's what you're coming up to. Part of the work you're going to be doing here, they're just showing me here, is going to be after, wait for this, it's always come up this before sometimes, but I'll pick up this for you, is after your partner has his job change and what happens after that. That's what's going to be the big indicator for you. But thank you very much. You're going into a type of teaching. It's not teaching, it's a type of teaching, but it's facilitating, coaching, or doing things with people to help people to become better than themselves. But you'll do something which really, floats your boat. So how's that? Good. Go for it. What we got?
Okay, so I pulled out manifestations.
Manifestation. Ah, that's lovely. Now, so it's something that comes up from within.
Right. So
right. We are in harmony.
So what they're saying is that, it's interesting. She's asking about the career and stuff. Is there's a lot of new opportunities that are available that will become available. Okay. And that she can experience these gifts right now by going within, this healing and maybe teaching and, that kind of thing that she can manifest right now. She can absolutely manifest and get what she wants, get what she's dreaming of.
I agree. I agree. She's not, it sounds stereotyping this, but she's not the same as the people that she's working with. But she's got to learn from them what it is she's got to do to move on. Once she learnt it, she could do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound good? Yay. Yay. Way to go. Way to go. Okay, let's go and have a word with Cheryl. Cheryl says, pink and a general reading, please. Pink, 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 and a general reading. Pink and a general reading. I love the colour pink. Pink is normally about love. It's also about protection. And it's also about a lovely lady here who wants to come through. And she's politely coughing. She's politely coughing because she was a very polite lady. But she was also very hidden with her health. She didn't want people to know about her health problems. In fact, she's coming through here. She's politely coughing. But she had a lot of chest problems. And as I'm talking to her here, she wants to say here, there was also something to do with the mind went with Alzheimer's or dementia before she passed over. As I'm picking up this information, she wants to say to me here, she says that she's looking at you. She wants to say here, she says, you don't, she says here, she's looking into a crystal ball. This is interesting. She says here, but you don't need a crystal ball at the moment. What she's saying to you here at the moment here is the answer isn't out there. They said, if it's another funny one, this is coming from within here. But what is coming up though is power. Power for you. It's about power. It's about your life getting stronger, and it's about your life feeling that force coming back into you. The thing we've got to look at here is it's almost like we talk about today's energy, or this period of energy. Today's energy is the number 8, which is power. The 11 is to do with healing, partly to do with yourself, but also what are you going to put into this? What are you going to put into this to say where your life is going in front of you? How are you going to use this? And what are you not going to be scared of doing? Popping down the road to my dear friend Monique, what would you like to say? Wow, this is so much fun. You are such a nice lady. This is so much fun. I love the way your style and stuff is. I love your art, and we're having a lovely evening. Are you having a nice evening out there? Yeah. Hang on, let's just check again. You having a nice evening? Yeah, they're having a nice evening. That's good. Thank you very much. All right.
Okay, so it took me a couple of shuffles for one to come up. And I was specifically, I had Cheryl in the brain. Anyway, I hate this thing. Freedom. Okay, so freedom is power. And that's what it equates to. And so the angels are telling you to freely express your love, thoughts, and feelings with love. You might be feeling trapped right now in the conditions that you're in. But by drawing this card, the angels ask you to realize you're the only jail keeper you have.
Okay.
You have the power to set yourself free.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's true. Yes, I think you're dead right. I think you're spot on there. Yeah.
And it says everything you do in your life, you choose to do it, or you choose the path to go. It says, this is cute. The next time you begin a sentence with the word I have to, replace that. You know, show me some alternatives. Like, I'm asking you right now, do I have to do this? But be open to receiving the guidance, and you have the power. You will always have the power within you,
Mm-hmm.
and that will set you free.
Mm-hmm. Don't talk yourself out of it. Talk yourself into it. Someone said to me the
Mhm.
other day, and I loved the terminology to say that it's um. Someone said to me, "Why is life always against me?" And I heard one of my psychologist friends turn around and say to her, said, "What about if life was working for you?" She said, "Oh, I never thought of it like that." So, well, there you go. And she went away. She thought about it. She came back. She said, "Yes, I'd like to do that. I'm going to take that on board." So, what about life working for you rather than why is life against me? Get it to work for you. Yes. Thank you very much for that, Monique. That's absolutely lovely. And let's go and have a little chin wag. I was just going to go and where's she disappeared to? Ah, Jenny Pierce. Jenny Pierce says, "Can I have a general reading, please? A general, a major, or a captain?" Okay, well, I think of this one, we're doing she has a general reading, please. Okay, we do often need a colour and a question, but on this, I'll just go with whatever I pick up here. And the first thing I'd like to say here is I'm getting 3 women on the other side. It sounds like 3 degrees. But I'm getting 3 women on the other side. And all of them are coming through. And it may well be that they're in line of succession where it came down to family, like a grandmother, grandmother. Anyway, you know what I mean. It's that lot. Anyway, but I get 3 women here want to come through. She's got the colour blue. Thank you very much. And the colour blue always means to be here. In your colour blue here, would you understand here that what you got to do what they're telling me at the minute here is not to try to contain. Try not to contain, if you know what I mean. Sometimes we want to, everybody come round here, or let's all do this together, people. Or what about, I've come up with an idea for everybody, do this. And it's not about that. What they're telling me here is let everybody and everything be free, then let everybody come to you. That's the magic. That's the magic around you in a minute. That's the 11 healing. That's the power of 8. And I pick up here to say to you, you do not need to try to contain, control, do anything at the minute. Just let be. Let be, let flow, and everything will work out easy. And these 3 women are on the other side there, and they're very, very much a healer. And one of them has very blonde hair, very blondish hair, quite short blonde hair. Yes. And okay, we got to do this one quickly. Yes, we got 3. Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, what card you got there?
Okay. This card, children.
Okay.
Now I shuffled and shuffled. I wasn't sure, and it popped up 4 times.
Okay.
So
she says, "Thank you. I do healing. Brilliant. This is this number 11 energy, and just yes, it's funny. We're saying earlier about sometimes why is life working against me? Don't get life working for you. Healing, working with people. If people want you, they'll come to you. We do not need to contain. We do not need to control. Yeah, I'm not saying you're a controller. I'm just saying you don't need to contain people. Yes, carry on, Megan. Sorry, I interrupted.
Okay, so yeah, so this children card, it just seems to come up a lot, and it's either the angels are asking you to pay attention to your children, or better yet, to pay attention to the inner child within yourself. You need to play, you need to have fun, you have to honor your inner child. Don't squash it. Plan something, close your eyes, think back when you were little, do something crazy, honor your inner child, and it'll lift you.
I think that's lovely. Yes, that's beautiful. That's so nice, so nice. I think we're squeezing one more here. Then I've got a chore for you people out there. I've got a little bit of entertaining chores for you to do. Yes, up for that? Especially if you want a reading next week. If you want a reading next week, you've got to do this. Otherwise, anyway. Right, okay. Lisa Morgan says, "Blue, general reading, please." Entry gone for the blues again. Lisa. Now, why am I here? I'm hearing music, first of all. But it's about learning. So learning, whether this is music or learning things at the moment, but the quest is of learning and persistence with learning. That's the message I'm getting at the minute. So whatever it is you need to do to create learning, go for it. And also here, which this is really funny, but maybe not insulting, one little bit. But you know where you've got to feel we sort of got these patterns, like you've got to cook this way, you've got to cook that way. Would you understand? You like cooking your very own way. It's like it says, stick this in the oven 45 minutes. No, stick it in the frying pan. Doing things completely opposite way. Yes, that's what I pick up here. So do things your way. Yeah. Go for it. What would you?
Okay, well, I don't know how this works, but I picked up enchantment.
Enchantment. So this is about you being enchanting for yourself. Would you understand it? It's be out your rules.
That's exactly right. And it says recapture your childlike view of the world. Make it magical again, because you have that power. And remember that miracles surround you all the time, and you just have to dream them up. And it says, don't worry, you aren't removing angels from more important tasks when you ask for their help with everyday situations. Okay, so ask for help, ask for guidance, and see the world as a magically enchanted place. You know, there's unicorns and pots of gold and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's very nice. Thank you very, very much. Now, do you enjoy it, guys? Now, Midia says here, I'm also feeling that your inner child guides you in your healings. I think that's lovely. Midia, you're such a lovely soul. Thank you so much for joining shows. I'm glad you enjoy them. Right, okay. For your chores, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, because we're in a time where we've got several planets in fixed signs, the energy is like stuck, and we've got squares in them as well. So it's like forces won't move. It's almost like the things that are stuck, locked, like locked gears and things like this, and we can't seem to go anywhere at the moment. So sometimes what we're going to do is shift energy, because sometimes we feel it within ourselves. Do you agree? Yes, we feel a bit like knotted up every now and then, a bit of tension here, the tension there, wherever it is. Sometimes a good thing to go and do is to release it by either dancing, jumping, hugging trees. Yeah, hugging trees. Doing anything that involves grounding. Yeah. So what I'd like you guys to do for the next Wednesday show, coming up next Wednesday, 11 o'clock in the morning EU, 10 a.m. UK, is to send in a short video clip of you doing something, jumping, hugging, dancing, singing, anything you like at all, and send it on in. And we're going to put them all together on a little reel. I don't know how many people want to go and do it, but if you want a reading, you better put a little video in there if you guys want a reading. So do that, and we'll send it on in. So how's that? Now, what can I say? Monique, it's been absolutely glorious having you on. And the hour's just like ping, disappeared.
I want to do this again.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should do it either like the similar sort of way here. How do you feel about, we set this up, we discuss it, have a little practice run somewhere, and do like, if you want to, because I pick up there's energy about it, and I know I'm pushing you into this, but I think you could do it, is to draw energy. Like, for instance, I see this energy around people. How's that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, way to go. How's that, guys? So when we can bring Monique back, we're gonna do a little bit of healing in that sort of sense there. But brilliant. I would like to say a very, very warm thank you to everybody out there who's joined us. A big, big thank you to our wonderful friend Monique. You're such a lovely soul. It's been so enjoyable. A big thank you to my lovely wife Deborah. And also next week is the wonderful Helen Grady is going to be joining me on the show. So Joseline Dufour says, great to see you, my sister. Great show. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. We've got a bit of family stuff going on here. And go Monique, says Cheryl. That's it. So we're going to be doing some energy stuff next time. We could do it together. Debs, if you want to do some spirit work, drawing spirit guides, yeah, you come on as well. How's that? Yeah, you up for that? You sure you know what you're doing? Come on then, we'll do it. But let's give this a go. Anyway, right, okay. So that brings us sort of to the end, really. So, Monique, anything you'd like to say?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. It's been great. I feel so much good energy with these people, and I had so much fun. I want to come back.
Oh, that's so nice. So where these people come from, I haven't got a clue. Oh dear, thank you very much. You get lovely support from everybody. Thank you. Yep, and big thank you to Deborah, Phil, Monique for lovely and hugs. That's lovely. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time. Look at everybody saying here, big thank you. So that's absolutely lovely. Now, oh yes, I've got something special for you. So special out there. Ready? There it is, a heart. It's a very heart because there's keep it close to you. It's for you guys out there, and there's another one coming next week. So, guys, see you on Wednesday. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you very, very much to everybody who's joined us, and you guys have a lovely, lovely evening. And thank you, Monique, once more.
Thank you.